Hey, welcome back to Full Time Movie Fans. Now,
Yeah.
for us,
Yeah, it's been a
it's
few
been
weeks.
a little bit. It's been a little bit. Just
For you,
for you
probably
won't.
like a week.
Yeah, it's the next upload for you
Yeah.
guys. Next upload day, but won't get into personal stuff, but just kind of taking a little bit of a break.
I got a haircut.
I got a haircut,
So we're both.
but again, this is Full Time Movie Fans. I'm your host, Daniel Jarvis. Just call me Jarvis. Because we're friends by now. Most of my friends call me Jarvis, so just call me Jarvis.
Yeah.
This is Michael.
Michael Godfrey.
Yep.
Call me Michael.
Co-host / full-time guest.
Don't call me Mike. That
Yeah.
one's bad.
Dude, I'm sorry. I know I did that early on, and
You did.
dude, I'm so conscious.
did it once or twice.
I'm so conscious of these things. So when you politely made it known verbally that
Yeah.
you don't like that, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
ever do that again.
Yeah. I have clients. I'm getting off track for a moment. I have clients sometimes, or people who come into the shop that are like, "What's up, Mike?" And I'm like,
What's up, Big Mike?
"What's up?"
Yeah. I try to be respectful. So I realized that was that's not your thing. Like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm used to. I'm just used to people like people just on my whole life just give me short my name Daniel San, Danny Boy,
Yeah.
Jarvis,
I know what you mean.
Jarv.
I had a third grade teacher who called me Mikey, but she made sure to ask
Oh.
before, and I was like, you know what, you asked, so sure. But it's a thing, and again, off topic, but
Yeah.
very important. This is
Yeah.
like social etiquette, right? We're nerds. We don't know that very well. If somebody walks up to you and goes, "Hi, this is my name,"
Yeah.
that's the one you choose.
Yeah. Very rarely can you get past that. I think like a lot of familiarity and like it takes a strong personality of someone who just does that for everybody.
Yeah.
That they just beat you over the head with it. You're just like, all right, fine, you can call me that. But the very rarely, it's after a while, it's just kind of like, hey, man, like,
Yeah,
don't really like that.
yeah. If I were to call you Daniel, that'd be weird.
Yeah, most people. That's what's funny is, so at the shop, you guys don't know this, but at the shop, Annalise was there and she introduced my friend, and I introduced myself as Daniel, and she was like, I saw her face contort, like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
what?
Jarvis is my last name. Everybody calls me Jarvis, so I'm just used to that. But anyways, to get on topic. It's just okay. We're just kind of catching up a little bit because it's been a while.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah,
I miss his mug, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We every week, a couple times at least.
Yeah.
I've been a little bit AWOL recently, so
And if you go back, you'll probably notice in the recordings, right? In the recordings, I talk a lot about not having watched all of the Marvel movies, right?
yes, and that was very shocking to me when I first
Yeah.
started. I was like, "What do you mean you haven't seen all the Marvel movies? That's crazy."
Yeah, and as of this recording, I am all the way up to Endgame. I've completed every Marvel movie up to Endgame.
This is not a Marvel episode.
It's
all.
not.
In fact, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
This is going to be a DC episode. To just tell everybody, like, overview, like, which movies did you like and which ones?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to talk about the ones you don't like, but which ones out of the ones that you saw that you didn't see before did you like? Oh, I really actually like this one.
Okay, so the Guardians movies don't count because I've watched them before. Except
And they're all good.
yeah, they're all good. They're not a
James
bad
Gunn.
one in the bunch.
James Gunn, what you're going to hear about James Gunn in this episode.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the Iron Man movies. I never saw Iron Man 1. In fact, the only Iron Man movie that I did see previously was Iron Man 2. I thought it was Iron Man 3, but I'd never seen Iron Man 3. Iron Man 1 is phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal
It started
movie.
it all.
Thor Ragnarok, also pretty good. A little weird, but like a good weird.
It was I think Taika Waititi's first outing with Thor.
Yeah.
And it just changed the whole tone of the Thor movies because all the other Thor movies were super serious and
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. I'd actually seen Captain America probably 3 times now at this point.
the most of any.
The most of any Marvel movie. I
first one?
love that movie.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Really?
I love.
Man, I think the second one's the
I love
best.
the first Avenger.
I mean, it's all right. I think the second one is best, in my opinion. Dude, the Winter Soldier with Bucky. Are you kidding me?
The Winter Soldier's okay. I didn't like it as much. It's just
I feel like the 2 and 3 are better because Winter Soldier and
Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
Civil War was good. I liked Civil War quite a bit.
It's like Avengers. Was it 1.5 or 2.5? I forget.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was just an Avengers movie with a little bit more focus on Captain America because he's shifting his viewpoint on some things, which is a very important part of his character.
Character development is what they call it in showbiz.
Yeah, yeah. Character points. That's what I just said. Age of Ultron was okay.
We talked about this a little bit before we got on.
I feel like the plot of most of the Avengers movies is just to advance Tony's character more because they left him off on his own movies in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Where he's like between Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 there's the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And the second movie is Tony's like, yeah, I'm Iron Man still. And the third one starts as like, who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
And it ends like that too, but just a little bit more put together.
Yeah.
And so I think they utilized the rest of the Avengers movies to be like, who is Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Which is, you needed it.
You have to admit, by Endgame.
Oh, yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah, I mean, his whole arc is incredible.
I did not get to experience it the first time I watched Endgame because I watched Endgame before I watched any other Marvel movie. In theaters, opening night, 11:30 p.m.
I think when it was in theaters, I must have watched it for at least 4 times, I think, in theaters.
That's nuts.
For Infinity War as well, for both
That's
of them.
crazy.
3 or 4 times each.
I also thought I watched Infinity War before, but there's a lot of stuff that happened in Infinity War that I would have remembered if I watched it, so I did not.
Oh no, that's so important. Oh my gosh. Hey, you're Mr. Sometimes movie fan over here.
Anyways, so 7 minutes into this movie about this episode about the Flash.
Yeah.
The important thing that I got to catch with Endgame is all of Tony's backstory before then. Because if you think about it, I watched the second Iron Man movie and then Endgame.
Oh my god.
And Captain America. Those were pretty much my
do you even see Civil War? Oh my god.
Didn't see Civil War. Didn't see the Avengers. Didn't see Age of Ultron. Did see the Guardians movies. Very good movies. So I had like an idea. I was like, oh, these are the characters that are here. But Tony's character development through there made a lot of sense to why Doctor Strange was like, I can't tell you where we are because it won't happen. But come on, man, you gotta know.
Yeah.
Right? Because it makes sense because Tony's whole thing is like, if nobody else is going to take care of this, I have to.
Yeah.
Up to I'm the only one who can take care of this.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty awesome, to be honest.
Well, we're just going to have to do
a whole Marvel episode, like a super episode.
Maybe. I mean, but I still want to probably, I don't know. Maybe we could do group movies together, like Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. And we could just do
the franchises.
Yeah. Because I just feel like there's too much to talk about. I don't want to miss anything. I feel more comfortable just grouping those together. But yeah, I mean, just Tony's arc is incredible, from the guy who was like, the only thing that matters is me, to, okay, well, other people kind of matter, to Civil War. He's like, no, everybody else matters.
Yeah.
We are responsible for their safety too.
Especially after Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I have to protect this. And then he fucks it all up and he goes, we have to protect this.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's a kind of a trope through the whole thing, is that like everything bad that happens is Tony's fault.
Yeah.
The MCU, but good stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, sure. At the end, like, dude, in Civil War, he was just like, you're not the guy to make, to fall on the grenade. You're not that guy. And, at the end, he proves that, and he does. He dies for everybody.
Yeah.
He takes care of Thanos and all his minions.
It was a really cool moment the first time I watched it, and it was an even cooler moment the second time.
Yes, because you actually see how it changes.
Big opinion that changed. You ready? Massive opinion of mine that changed.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Captain Marvel, Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like her before?
No, and here's why, right? My whole reference for Captain Marvel was just what was in Endgame.
Yeah.
And she's kind of a bitch. No personality, nothing interesting. She makes a lot of sense where they're like, well, where were you when Thanos showed up? And she was like, there's a lot of planets out there, and they're not all lucky to have the Avengers.
Bro, I get to be honest with you. That's how I feel with customers when they call me and they're like, dude, why is my stuff not done yet? And I'm just kind of like, hey, bro, I know that you're only worried about your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worrying about like 40 people's things. So,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Exactly.
Like there was a guy who he had a new, wow, I got something in my mouth here. He had a new I guess claim, I'll just say a claim. I work in insurance, but he had a new claim and it was new, like two or 3 days old.
Mm-hmm.
I need my stuff. I'm looking at my list for the day and I see claims that have been waiting for like 20 plus days. And I'm like, oh, sorry, Mr. VIP. Like,
can't do that.
I got people who've been waiting
Can't
for like
jump the line.
almost literally 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So, ooh, sorry, bro. But anyways, yeah, so that's good.
So I watched Captain Marvel.
And you get it.
So much personality.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I think it was just beaten out of her to just not be funny or like what's his
I don't
face?
know why.
The other character was just like, stop being so. Dude, that was because I watch. Look, if you watch movie stuff, you probably watch like Cinema Sins and you watch. What's the other one? I feel like there's a few of them that honest trailers and stuff like that. So they make that a trope where she's just so unemotional.
Yeah.
And everybody still keeps telling her to control her emotions. Like, stop being so emotional. And she's just like, whoa, what? Like, I feel like she's a black person that just got pulled over, and everybody else is
stop resisting.
Is a racist cop.
Stop resisting.
It's just like, whoa, can you please calm down? Whoa, easy. Stop. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like that's how everybody's treating her. Like, and I'm like, bro, she's not being emotional. Like, she's cracking jokes. Like, she's having a good time.
She's witty and funny. It's great.
Yeah.
And they ruined her in Endgame.
I'm still a little.
They gave her a bad haircut.
Captain Marvel was still just a superhero origin.
Yeah.
Blank superhero origin story.
I have said that the Marvel does origin movies really well. Like that's. I like the origin movies.
You know what I really would like to see from once? Man, I know this is supposed to be... We'll have plenty of time because
I was going to say, just cut it off at like 15, 16, 17 minutes and we'll just...
This will be like a bonus.
Yeah,
we'll release it as a
bonus episode.
Cutting room floor audio and video. No, but I for once... And maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't know anything about movies or how they should be made. But like, I for once would just like to see a character in the middle of where they're at the time. And then every once in a while we get flashes throughout the movie of like pieces here and there. And it could go throughout the arc of their 3 movies where we can finally see their origin story throughout the process that we see. Like as they're living their life, we see the things that have made them who they are through either flashbacks or just situations or whatever. Like instead of just, hey, this is the movie of how it started.
Yeah.
Like I would just rather be like, this is the character doing the thing, and as we go through conversations or through tough situations that come up in this character's life, we get a view into the things that brought them to this point. You know what I'm saying?
You want Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh my gosh, maybe. Why can't they all just be Guardians of the Galaxy? Why? Why can't they? Both are movie fans. Why can't they all just be Guardians of the Galaxy 2? But I'm just saying, yes, absolutely. Because, like, I mean, to an extent, even the first Guardians of the Galaxy, isn't that... It still shows Peter getting...
Yeah.
Taken up and his mom dying of cancer.
It's a lot of like where the character is at the moment, and then an understanding of his past.
Yeah, so maybe I'm not crazy. Me and just James Gunn, we need to hook up and share ideas and stuff. No, I'm serious.
You and James Gunn absolutely should hook up,
dude. You're amazing.
I'd love to come here
amazing.
Every week.
We're gonna
see you.
We're gonna sing your praises on this episode. You're amazing. I just want you to make all the movies, but yeah, like to be honest with you. I think I first had that thought when I was thinking about Deadpool, and I was like, man, I really wish that it could just start like actually somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And then we can kind of like just get a character's backstory a little bit later. It doesn't have to be like, oh, hey, here's where he was born and here's how the thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just think it would, because that's every movie. It's just I'm tired of seeing it. Yeah, that's, I think, is part of the Marvel movie superhero movie fatigue is I'm seeing an origin story.
Yeah,
I'm seeing another origin story, and it's just kind of like
that's DC's problem. Is they keep on rebooting.
Well, let's see. I think DC has a lot of problems, and so we're gonna definitely address some of them now. 15 minutes in, we're gonna start talking about the movie that we're talking about today.
Yeah. Okay, so ready? Hard stop. I don't think Ezra Miller did anything wrong.
You know, The Flash. It's I feel like it's kind of like his superhero movie career, just a flash in the pan.
Nice,
if you will.
Nice. We made a lot of jokes while watching that movie. My favorite one was before it started. I went, man, I can't wait for the scene where Ezra Miller's himself.
Oh yeah. Well, that was. I think that was something that we mentioned even afterwards. It was kind of like this seems like an allegory for
his whole career,
for his just real life as he's just fighting himself.
Oh, it's so funny.
But you know,
I'd be sad if it wasn't so funny.
Yeah, I want to. I want to take a moment to say, like, Ezra Miller, like, I do hope you get better and like hope you figure this stuff out. Yeah. I'm sure you've been through some horrible things and
maybe stop drinking.
Yeah, but seriously, it's not cool to harass people and choke people.
Yeah.
So hope you get that stuff figured out. Yeah. I'm sure you'll have a good amount of time to reflect on some of those things.
Probably. Hopefully.
Now that you're done with the Flash movies.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I gotta say, so I watched this movie with you and another friend. Mm-hmm. Is this one of the? No, this is not the first movie. This is the second movie we've seen together in theaters. The first one was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think.
Yes.
So
we're 1 for 1.
Then
we're 1 and 1.
Yeah, and then I did see this movie again with Clint. Again, he's a real person.
I'm surprised you saw it twice.
He's a real person. I mean, he I wanted to see with him. He's one of my best friends, and he's also a full-time movie fan, even more so than me. And I would say that he's even like
Clint is
he's an inspiration for just starting this.
Yeah.
But guys, again, like once you see this, we've asked you this before.
Harass him.
His name is Clint Tomerlin. He's on all the social medias.
We'll link his Facebook profile in the description.
He's a musician as well. So I mean, follow him, listen to his music, play him on Spotify, and all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But then harass the heck out of him. Tell him to come on.
Become a fan and then harass him.
Yes.
Because if you do it the other way around, it's aggressive.
Let him know how much you say, hey, man, we've heard about you from Full-Time Movie Fans. When are you going to get on the episode? Because, I don't know. He's got a aversion to the video thing, but whatever. Harass him so he gets on here. But
Clint, if you're hearing this, I love this bit. Don't show up.
No, it's my not a
favorite bit.
No, it's not a bit. So I watched it with him as well. And one of the things that I had to tell him right off the bat, because I knew what he was thinking, as you do with some of your closest friends, you know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And I had to lean over and tell him that first scene with the hospital. I was like, I promise you, this is the cheesiest, dumbest part of the movie. You won't have to worry about that after this. Because I said, bro, I promise you, this is not representative of the rest of the movie. And
it really isn't.
It's not.
I mean, the graphic fidelity of it is like, it looks bad.
Yeah.
But the tone is not the same at all. Not
even a little bit. And that, to me, if you ask me, is probably the worst of it is that opening scene.
Oh, for sure.
Just because, guys, again, as always, watch the movie first. If you don't, I get it. You just want to come hear the review. That's fine too.
If you don't and you're here just to hear whether or not you should watch the movie, let me set the tone for just this opening scene, right?
Yes.
Hospital, falling apart, sinkhole, everything's caving in, Batman chasing after the people who did it. What's the Flash have to do? Got to keep people from dying. That's what he's got to do. What happens? Building comes crumbling down. He goes, oh, I haven't eaten my breakfast. starts hopping up rubble in flash time or whatever, and a bunch of babies falling out of the nursery, right? But not just the babies, all of the dangers too, right? There's like a gas leak coming towards a baby, and needles and knives, and he's running low on energy, can't go too fast too long. So what does he do? He dives for the snack machine, eats a bunch of candy bars, and then like pushes a bedpan to catch one of the babies, throws another one in a microwave, and it's
really weird.
It's just so bad.
Dude, I was surprised that a random banana peel wasn't floating down, that a baby was about to slip.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, it was like, okay, come on. Like,
it was so comedy.
Every single baby has something sharp or dangerous headed to every single one of them.
Right, yeah.
Like, outside of them falling out of a building, like,
he throws a baby in a microwave.
He does. Hey, full-time movie fans, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you had a good time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We want to hang out and discuss the movie with you. So don't forget to do that below. Have a good one. I hope your day is everything you dreamed it being more.